Hi guys, it's Ogechi here again. So I just want to come to you to talk about certain things I've heard about the Catholic Church and Christianity to say. So I've had some young people who I would know come to me and just say, Ogechi, like sometimes when I speak to my friends who are from other denominations, and like when they mention they're Catholics, they always say, oh, that's different. This is really young people, like from 8 or 10 years old. And so I just wondered what made them think so. And then I've also had like some crazy things said about the church itself. So some people say the Catholic Church is not Christian. They're not Christians. And other people say they worship idols. Others say several things. Like I've heard on social media, some people call the church a cult. And I'm thinking, why are all these mean things being said about the church? And most especially with those who do not even practice it. And then you actually find some people who maybe were Catholics before, born bred in Catholics, grew up in Catholics, and then for some reason fell out of the church. And then when they go to other church, they feel like they're so liberated. They feel that they finally found God, and they are worshipping, praising. These people start paying their tithes when they never used to pay their tithes in church. So I decided to come and talk about this issue with you guys, to weigh in my opinion about it. So first of all, I think there's a whole lot of misconception about the church itself, and it's mostly by people who do not even, most of them are not even Christians. Others maybe stumbled into Christianity and feel like they found the best church ever. Others just talk out of hate, and others just talk out of ignorance and lack of knowledge to say. So what is my opinion about it? Let me explain first of all. The Catholic Church is a Christian church. Okay? So if you call yourself a Christian, and when I mean Christian, I mean you follow Jesus Christ, and you believe that Jesus Christ is the Messiah, is the Messiah of Israel whom they rejected. Okay? If you believe that, then we have something in common. Okay? I've had someone, depending on how they come to you, with an opinion say, oh, do you know what? The Catholic Church, what do they believe? And when I explained like the creed, they're like, oh my gosh, that's what we believe. So how about you as a Catholic? If you hear this crazy ideology about the church, how are you to handle it? First of all, I mentioned the creed. It's so important that you know your creed off by heart, because every Christian church believes in the creed. Now, I've discovered actually, in terms of looking more closely, there's a bit of difference between us and them, especially that's the consubstantial with the Father. Like that area, I don't really see them sometimes in other people's denomination when they speak about what they believe. Okay, so I think they probably do believe it, but I have not really noticed it so much. So if you want to know what the creed is, I'll put a link below, and you can compare it with other people's opinions of actually not the other people's opinion, but other people's belief, other Christian denomination belief. So I think really there's many songs that have been said what we believe. The Moen have said it. I'm not saying he's a Catholic, it's not. There's other like Christian gospel artists that have really defined what the creed is, and if you do not believe in the creed, at least the main ones, I don't understand why you call yourself a Christian, in honesty. However, there is a difference, little bit difference between us and theirs, because we continue even when it stops. So the Apostle Creed is what we confess every single time. I think over the years the church kind of, I don't know if they added, I think maybe they just added a little bit towards the end. So the creed will be your best place to find out exactly what the church believes from A to Z. It also helps you in kind of knowing yourself as a Roman Catholic and also as a Christian, put it that way. So the reason why there are so many denominations, I think, is just ideas. People wake up one day and feel like, oh gosh, I have this calling. that God said that I should go out there to the world to preach, and then they make up their own theory on how they see some things that is critical to the Christian belief. So I discovered not all denominations are actually Christians. I wouldn't mention all of them here, neither would I even mention any, because I do not want to. My channel is not to demote any religion, any particular denomination of the Christian church anyways, but to educate sometimes, and maybe to kind of throw back some things I hear from the outside world and my own experiences and other people's life experiences, explaining from my own perspective why I understand. So the Catholic Church and Christianity is not different. The Catholic Church is Christianity itself. Let's make that crystal clear. It is the church. When we mean the church, you're talking about the Catholic Church, because the word Catholics, from what I hear, I know, it means universal. So the universal church, no one is excluded unless you choose to exclude yourself. So Catholic Church, Christianity, are they different? The answer is no. Absolutely no. However, they have different beliefs. Not actually different beliefs. There are some different practices between other denominations who chose to interpret the Bible according to how they choose to interpret it. And I find it so funny when some people be like, well, my pastor thinks so. I'm like, no, your pastor ain't God. Alright? Whatever your pastor thinks makes no difference. If the word has been spoken, it's been spoken. Okay? So, and what I love about the Catholic Church so much is that in spite of all the negatives that are here, like, especially in this Western world at least, when I grew up, where I was growing up, there was no beef between other Christian denomination I experienced anyways, and other like Catholics. So for example, I grew up in a school, like I went to school, secondary school, where up to JS3, that means we get from Nigeria, eh? We go to JS3, and the JS3 will be your year 9 in England. So up to that age, when I left, there was no known beef that I witnessed. People went to each other's churches, people went to, like, there's deliverance, we are there. It doesn't matter who is delivering, but yet you need to be careful of who puts their hands on you. Very careful. So so in that regard, there was no beef about that. Everyone welcomed each other. People knew when, like, let me say there's priestly ordination, everyone used to like to come to see that. It doesn't matter what religion you were or what even denomination. It was such a beautiful thing to witness. And also maybe Corpus Christi, because we do it outside. Everyone comes and joins. People have their opinions, but yes, they are so intrigued and like to watch. Okay, so I never experienced that. And in my school, you know what denomination you belong to. When time for rosary goes, you Catholics, you go to your rosary prayer and go do your prayer. When what's it called, let me say, other people have their program, other denominations had their program, they went to theirs. No problem, no qualms. So since I've come to this country and grown up in England, I've realized there's such a hate for the Catholic Church, and that really baffles me, because I always used to think it was them that brought the church to Africa or to Nigeria, but then I realized it's not them. I think it's mostly the island that actually brought it to us. So in that regard, as I mentioned, the Catholic Church is a Christian. They are Christians. There's no difference, okay? Absolutely no difference. So another time someone tried to talk to you about, you guys believe in so and so and so and so, what you ask them is, actually, what do you believe? What is your creed? If they don't know what the creed is, that means, what do you believe? I believe in so and so and so and so. Okay? So ask them that, and then find out exactly what they believe. Then you compare and contrast exactly what you believe. Okay? So as I mentioned, I'm a Roman Catholic, so alright for us, eh? So in all honesty, let's stop with this stupidity about cursing each other out, especially in public, okay, for no reason, because it really does nothing, zero, to promote God. So let's stop that rubbish for now, at least. Thank you all. Bye.